Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, we love cookies, we've made them, and then we also made some spicy mussels. And now it's time for dessert. This Clover Bliss strawberry and cream terrine is a perfect sweet treat for Valentine's Day.
It is a labor of love that if I would suggest, couples make this together.
Okay, it's one of those.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's a simple recipe, but because of the labor that goes into it, the fact that we're making it and we have to set it, and you have to cut it, then you have to decorate it. If there's anything more romantic...
I mean, I have never heard the steps of a recipe being described in such a sensational way. Give us the drama.
I mean, we are going into Valentine's, guys, and I want to make sure that couples stay together. I mean, not only am I a chef, I'm also in the belief that love is a beautiful
matchmake. Okay, Cupid.
Okay.
So what
Let's
do we do for this?
So, in my pot here, in my saucepan, I've got some cream that's already been warmed up.
Yes.
We want it to be warm. We don't want it to boil. We just want it to have a nice little simmer.
Okay.
Because we're going to be using gelatin in this recipe. And as you know, whenever you're working with gelatin, you don't want to boil your liquid. You also you want to make sure you bloom it as well.
Yeah.
If you're working with gelatin, it is important to bloom it first. What this does is it rehydrates the gelatin, whether it's gelatin leaves or it's gelatin powder.
Okay.
It is important to bloom it because that helps with making sure it dissolves and it is not a grainy texture at the end.
Okay.
So blooming is putting it into water?
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Blooming is in essence putting it inside some water to make sure that it gets rehydrated.
Right.
But because kuluma ngotando, all things love. And strawberries and cream are like a thing.
I mean, come on, you can't think lovers, you can't think couples, romance, and not think strawberries and cream.
Exactly.
This here caught my full attention, and we'll get to it just now. The Clover Bliss strawberries and cream.
Hey, yeah, my friend. Like on Tuesday we used the Clover Bliss lemon meringue flavor. Today we're ending it with the strawberries and cream flavor to make sure that we've got those deliciousness. Something that screams Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So we're going to put it in here, and as you can see, there's no bubbling away here. You're not seeing any bubbles popping at the surface. This is the idea. We want to just make sure that the liquid simmers so that when we put our gelatin in there, it doesn't kill it, because unlike yeast that needs the heat to work to activate,
it doesn't like it.
Complete opposite.
Okay.
All right. So in here, like I said, I had the cream that's already in there.
I saw sugar going in there as well.
So I added some caster sugar. The only reason for that, caster sugar dissolves much quicker and also helps us with making sure that this goes by quicker. And then we're going in with 2 cups of our Clover Bliss.
Look at our cream.
As you are putting in that Clover Bliss, I mean, Clover Bliss double cream yogurt is deliciously thick. It is creamy. It is truly indulgent double cream yogurt that is nutritious and simply decadent. Now, the word decadence just keeps getting repeated in this recipe, and I mean, you can use any of your favorite Clover Bliss double cream yogurt flavors within it. But again, we've mentioned it at the top. We're going to mention it again. We're using our strawberry and cream.
We are using the strawberries.
It looks so good.
It
so
does.
Good to me. It's so rich.
And the best thing about it is because our Clover Bliss already has those fruit pieces in there, you don't have to worry about adding additional color and stuff. But if you want to be, experimental, you can definitely add the fruit pieces into that. And the best part is also because of that heat, because we're not cooking it. We're basically trying to dissolve the sugar that's in there, and we're also trying to make sure that the gelatin that's in there doesn't get cooked off. It doesn't, the job that it's supposed to do doesn't end up not happening.
So you add the gelatin in there, and I've already just had my first taste, and Tubbs, you've also just had a mouthful. There's a specific tangy tartness, almost as if you've added some lemon or lime. It's delicious, and the consistency, the texture is sabu. If you can have jelly and if you can have custard
at the same time,
you put it together, that consistency, that's a tip.
which is pretty much what Tumi has done here, but it's not too jelly-like. The berries are singing hallelujah, lovers. Hey?
And as you can see, my friends, the gelatin is now dissolved. Like we said, we don't want to cook this off. I'm going to pour this baby into our tin, and this goes into the fridge to set, like I said, 3 to 4 hours, or at most, let it sit overnight. Do it the night before Valentine's Day, serve it as a dessert, and I think anyone would be happy with this.
Yeah, 100%.
Screams romance.
It does, and for someone like me who doesn't have that much of a sweet tooth, this is certainly something to try. Round of applause for our Valentine's Day menu.
Woo. Tap, tap, tap.
With the creamy decadence of double cream bliss from Clover, yogurt has never been so irresistible.
Made with love by Clover.